is at training. She's up for selection in the New South Wales Breakers.
Cricket's pretty much been my life since I was about 7.
It's a different sport, but like Isaac Luke, she's about to have a good reason to remember a game of touch footy. Corinne's dreams are about to horribly unravel. At the end of training, the girls decide to have a fun touch footy game to wind down. Corinne trips and smashes her clavicle, the collarbone.
I went to score a try and I tripped. I had the ball in my hands and I didn't have anything to brace my fall.
Yeah, it's just unlucky.
But unlike Isaac Luke, who has a wait-and-see injury, Corinne has no choice. It's straight to hospital. 24 hours later, her family has rushed from country New South Wales to be by her side.
It's hard to sort of actually accept at the moment, but I've got a good, strong family around me and they're really pulling me through.
For any parent, this is a horrible moment. Their daughter's sporting future is on the line. So, it's surgery on her shattered shoulder. The trouble is, it's her bowling arm. Will the surgeons be able to fix her, or is it career over? Anzac Day at the MCG. More than 70,000 fans have packed in for the annual derby between Essendon and Collingwood. Outside of the finals, it's the biggest day in the football calendar. For the Bombers' Kyle Reimers, a chance to show off his stuff to a capacity crowd. The crowd couldn't miss his trademark fluoro boots. But few would have seen this small incident late in the game.
Went in for a normal tackle, chasing someone, and threw my arm out too wide, and my thumb came like perfect contact with his forearm.
The thumb bone, the metacarpal, snapped in two.
And straight away I knew something was up.
He was right, but Kyle Reimers had no idea just how unusual his treatment would be. For the Bombers' Kyle Reimers, it's judgment time.
Let's have a bit of a look here. Yeah, the fracture is a transverse fracture through the base of the first metacarpal. You can see it right through there. It doesn't involve the joint, which is good. So it means, unfortunately, probably around about 6 weeks out.
First an operation, then 6 weeks out. But could a wonder ingredient have him back sooner?
It's a genetically engineered material made from hamster's ovaries.
You heard right. Hamster ovaries. Isaac Luke, tough, elusive, explosive. But damage doesn't need a crowd. The dislocated shoulder at training could mean the end of his season.
Okay, you're right to lie back. Now your shoulder's got to go into this.
The MRI scan will reveal the amount of bone and soft tissue damage and whether he needs surgery.
Okay, Isaac. Loud tapping now for 1 minute.
Isaac's mate, English international Sam Burgess, tries light relief to ease the nerves.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon. Right, stay still. See you, boo.
You okay there?
Just like follows Avatar for a while. Just come and check out what Souths have to do, whether you have to go in an operation or if it's that bad that we have to. Otherwise, we could just rehab up and I'll be back.
While touch footy victim number 1 waits for his fate, cricketer Corinne Hall is already living hers, being pieced back together by surgeon Jonathan Herald.
My shoulder's never going to be as good as it was beforehand, so hopefully we can get something that's near enough. Dr. Herald, I'm sure he'll pull through with the goods for me. Surely.
There are many cricketers and footballers and sports people in general who've had this injury. It's quite a common injury in the elite sporting crowd.
This is a complicated broken collarbone.
So in the operation, the aim would be to, like a jigsaw puzzle, put the bones back together as they are.
Not only are the bones overlapping, but there is a third loose piece of bone, a butterfly fragment. It will be pinned with a lag screw and then everything held in place with a special moulded plate.
So this is the plate that we'll use. And you can see the plate has been bent and contoured. It's not a straight plate. They've studied this on a number of cadaver bones and found that this is the ideal shape to fit most clavicles.
Advanced as the plate is, the tools are about as regular as those you'll find in a handyman's kit.
It's a bit like drilling at home, really. Most woodworkers would be familiar with most of these tools. You could probably get most of them from a Bunnings warehouse, I'd say. Put the drill guide on the bone.
It'll take an hour to fit the hardware.
Now we just need to put some screws in. So here's the screw itself. You can see it's being put into the, screwed into the bone, just like you'd screw into a plank of wood. I'm sure there's a lot of handymen out there saying, I could be doing this. You can see here now the clavicle's been put back together quite well. Held it all together and we've got a plate that's holding it together quite firmly.
At the end, surgical handyman Dr. Herald adds a nice touch to send Corinne into rehab.
You know, that's a little cricket ball. She can practice cricket even while she's while her arm is in a sling.
Rookie